Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. I'm live. May as well go live, seeing I've nothing else to do. Just gotta tell everybody that I'm live. 'Cause live. Sure. Tweet. Facebook. I never opted out, you son of a bitch. I just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Hello. It's official, I'm alive. Is there a swim test edition? That's the question. If you have some time free, I am live on the YouTube. Just go into the link in the bio and you should see me live. Come say hello. Just gotta put all the ticks on it. Vlogger. Hello, people. If you're here, hello. Don't forget to ask questions. That's what I'm here for. I'm sorry for the horsey voice. Horsey voice. I kind of have a sore throat at the minute, so that should be acceptable. Nope, all gone. Where is everybody at today? One person. Hello. Good evening. I am literally here. Please excuse the washing, as you can see it here. Please excuse it. It's just towels. It's nothing important. One person keeps blooping in and out, so. Bleh. Oh, my online maps are downloading. Don't like it. Come in. Oops. Oops, the daisy. It always takes a few minutes to get people in and stay in and ask questions and all that fun stuff. Where are ya? So, generally, uh, things have been going great. I know if you're watching this in the recording, thank you very much. Comment below. Let me hear from you. We are now in December, like way into December, and I'm 100% positive that this year is just going too quickly. So it is. It is just going way too quickly. We're already what date is it? It is 2 weeks away from Christmas. I have done very little Christmas shopping. I don't know what to get people for Christmas. That this is the drama that I go through on a regular basis. I mean, but let's 100% this month, this year has gone too bloody fast. I was out today at the Ancestors Rally. Absolutely loved every minute of it. Seen about six people from TikTok. 100%. Absolutely still get freaked out every time I meet people off the internet. But yeah. I know my girlfriend Lisa literally the 1st of December was itching to get the Christmas tree up. So we have had the Christmas tree up for a week or two now. Probably the only benefit of having the Christmas tree up is the lack of electricity that we're going to be using because the tree is lit up and that is it. We just sit in the dark. But 100% just it's just so bloody quick. I have got Lisa's present bought, but I haven't done anybody else. Everybody else is just getting cheap presents because your boy wants to start fishing again. Absolutely, mate. I probably forgot to mention you on TikTok too. There's see trying to remember everybody's name while doing the run. I know Gary was commenting under the post that I had posted on the Instagram about being out on the run, and he's like madness and all this here. But we did. We came. We saw. We conquered. I've got a very, 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 very dirty bike at the minute. I literally scraped my number plate off, and that's it. I haven't touched it. It is probably out there salt baked right now. But yeah, I'll not be doing that until maybe during the week. Might call past a garage or something that has one of those pressure washery things there and give it a blast. But 100% enjoyed today. Absolutely enjoyed it. Didn't expect so many people. I thought the weather would have been held a lot of people off, but it is literally surprising the amount of people that are still out. I really do need to up my game, because when I do all these platforms, I turn up and my bike's not even decorated. I need to start decorating my bike. I did want to purchase a Halloween one this year. It was like a 5-foot skeleton, and I wanted to put him on the back of the bike, but he was all floppy, and I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I wasn't going to be going full mental on how to get him to sit upright. But I might buy a stuffed toy or something this week and stick him on the passenger seat. But it's Christmas. I don't get really into the Christmas spirit. But yeah, I think was the run today got about 800 and something pound, which is bloody brilliant. The tea was warm and the soup was warm, and it was so nice. And then got home and then absolutely just died of death. I haven't had my dinner. Girlfriend, she's away out. She was going to a Christmas dinner the day, so she's gone. So yeah, it was all in all, it was a good day. I mean, can't knock good runs. um, I've been offered to join a club. Don't know about that. Don't think I'd get back into the club life. I'll just like dipping in and dipping out, which it is handy, but sometimes it is an extra burden to be dealt with. I'm hoping this is the start of me doing more things. I want to get out and do the runs and stuff, and hopefully this week I'll get the bike video or the bike show videos coming. I was meant to do it this week, but your boy forgot to put the what you call it, what you call that, the windows. I can't remember the name. The bit that you see when you're on YouTube before it turns to video. So yeah, I'm properly trying to get that sorted. I have a few emails to answer for 2 manufacturers. I'm currently hounding 4 more manufacturers for things. I just need to get active again, and hopefully these live streams make it a lot easier to get active. And what I'll probably start doing too is if people want to join in, let me know. I can fire a link up, and one or two of you can join in, which would be grand. It'd be nice to have some people in. And I'm not being rude. I'm looking at my phone, but I need to, because YouTube life. Plus, y'all are just going to dip in and dip out, so it's all good. Everything is so glitchy today. Everybody's dipped out, I think. Either that or YouTube's telling me lies and Stream Farm is telling me lies. But while I'm here, I'm just gonna sort things out on this for this thumbnail. That's what it was called. I forgot what it was called there for a second. Oh dear. Tag. Where's a tag? There's a tag there. So if I cheat a bit. Let's cheat a little bit. So yeah, 100%. I am actually feeling quite revived and trying to get this second channel up and running again. I know a lot of people just dip in and dip out, but hopefully, what me doing this and other things and that a lot of. I'll just go to the next one. So yeah, hopefully with the next couple of months, I can get a lot of stuff booked in and sorted for the spring, and I can just do things. Because that's what we're here for. But as I say, we're just here. I just do these now just to push myself, get the confidence back. I've got the fire in my belly to do these. So just puttering about these days. Just I've been trying to do things, and it's just one of those things. I have to get back and push and push and push. Welcome, one person. How are you? How is everything? As I always say, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment or into the chat, and I can answer them. Oh, I've got a beard meets food to eat soon, but I'm going to wait until Lisa comes back. She likes watching that. And an Eddie Hall video. Ooh, Eddie Hall. Absolutely love watching that at the minute. There's no point trying to watch moto vloggers in the winter because there are none. There's very little. Like myself is just the craziest person to do it, and a handful of others. But it's just one of those things. You have to not even get out and do it, but just be active. Oh, we got two people. Hello, two people. What? See, there's nothing. Partly when comes winter, I like it because then I can get caught up in everybody else's moto vlogs. But then a lot of people just give up and delete their channels and stuff, and then you miss out. And, oh, it's just so much stuff. It's annoying. So it is. But as I say, if you have questions, just ask away. Oh, creek. stomach creaking. I'm definitely hungry. I haven't ate anything in a while. Nice. But as I say, I'm talking on here. I'm chatting on Facebook. I'm chatting on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Some people do not like that, but I am everywhere. Do the usual spam and bites. But yeah, I'm not impressed. I have to wash my bike again. It has literally been a day. And I have to wash it again because today's run was just mincy. It just, for some reason, the tracer just loves aerosol and dirt. It's insane how much dirt that bike creates. But as I say, we're all here. He says when there's like one person watching. Controversially, the PSNI have just put up their post about today. No laws were broken, honest, except for riding down the oncoming traffic lane and running red lights and all that fun stuff that you can do when you're on bike runs. But yeah, it is actually crazy. Like, the run itself was just, to me, that was the perfect run. I mean, you can't marshal all the junctions, but they pretty much tried to marshal all the junctions, which was bloody helpful. So apparently it's been 23 minutes. I don't think that's right. It wasn't me. That's after. Oh yeah, I was coming home. I was coming home. I don't tend to. The funny thing about that roundabout is I don't tend to take that roundabout very often. It's only when it's not busy I will take that roundabout. I normally go down, dive down one of the wee streets just before it because easier. When I come home at 4 in the afternoon, sometimes that place is absolutely packed. It's scary how packed it can be in there. Plus, nobody seems to know how to drive on that roundabout. You kind of just go and hope that everybody around just stops. Always when you're coming off that, and you come up and you come round to go along towards Nortel, the ones that are coming from the other, they're up your backside. I mean, I know it's Christmas season and people can't seem to drive normally, but by goodness. It was a good day. I just need someone to volunteer to come and clean my bike now. Because I know for a fact I'm not going to be the one that does it. Yes. Yes, I highly agree. What I will say is that road has the best Chinese on it. So it does. It is bloody lovely. We're very much a regular at that Chinese. I think since I've moved down around here, I have seen 3 or 4 prangs. And I mean, it was stupid. It was like somebody trying to cut in front of a bus and then somebody trying to do something else. Jumbo, mate, has to be the Jumbo. Not, we haven't really tried as a Tokyo Joe's. We haven't tried that one, but we are very much regulars at the Jumbo. Mate, you need to try it. Cash only. Literally no bank cards. It's cash only. Um, we always say a Chinese. You can tell a Chinese because if it's cash only, there's probably something suspicious going on with it. But by God, it's lovely. So it is. Normally the ones that are done just eat are a bit sketchy, but you know, I'm not really there for healthy food. I don't care if it's healthy. I just want it. Given all the chat about what's going on in the world is, oh my goodness, it's insane. What? Which is strange because I broke my bank card the other day in work and I reported it lost on my phone, so it cancelled them. But then, like the next day, it was like we have updated your Halifax and your Apple Pay, and I was like, I don't even know the card number. How do you do that? And they're like, we have updated it because we know the card number and we're sending it out to you. And I was like, really? And the card works again. It's so strange. But I've now got it into my head. I need to go to Bangor because apparently there's a petrol station down there that has 100 octane fuel. I think it's 100. I think I need to go and try it because it just seems like something I want to try. Just a bit distracted. I just it's just so trying to work out how to do things, how to push forward is so hard. It's just one of those things. Like I know everybody who watches me on TikTok doesn't follow me on YouTube and all the rest of it, but like it's hard to gauge how to get people to go across and stuff. So it is. It's just bloody annoying. should do a watch party for Del Boy's videos. See how popular I get then. Yeah. Nice. But I just just gotta keep grinding the ass out of this. 100% will be touring next year. 100% will have some sort of random tour. Probably, I might say about getting the North South Challenge thing on the road. Just had to pick a charity, hope my bike can make it, and pick a route. Technically, you could class it as an Iron Butt challenge, but I'm not aiming to do it via the Iron Butt and all that there. I'm just going to do it. Bit like Land's End of John O'Groats, but most northern part of Northern Ireland to the most southerly part of Ireland. See how quick it takes me to do it. Probably going to take a break in between just because I'm weak. But it'll be interesting to see. Might pick a charity like the Air Ambulance or something like that, and just do it. Run a fundraiser for it, and see how that goes. I'll probably do on a few trips. It'll be Wales and Scotland next year. Yeah. I've been doing this YouTube lark for fucking ages. Don't worry about the subscribers. I don't care. I have 1,500 of the best people ever. Most of my videos don't get over 100. Don't care. But I know the people that I engage with are absolute legends. It probably will involve doing the Wild Atlantic Way next year. I'll be doing that as well next year because why not? But 100%. I'm actually going to be riding. I think it's January or February. I'm actually just going to be going to Donegal for a lobster dinner, just because, and then film that and do a video. I just need to get going. I have never done the Wild Atlantic Way. Lived here all my fucking life, but I've never got to go and do it. I've taken groups from Stroke City, Portrush, down round the opposite side of Northern Ireland, down through Belfast, Newcastle, and then they went back to Dublin because they did the Wild Atlantic Way, but I've never done it. I just need to get out of the country. Well, I just need to explore more. I think that's the worst part is when I take some time off, I don't really explore. I just lie about, and it's always been something I've done because I'm just so tired and rode off. I will literally just lie around the house, play games, stream, and again, if my computer will let me. But like as I say, next year Ireland, at least 2 or 3 times, I'll have a random video where I'm going to go wild camping in Scotland, where I'm just literally going to ride somewhere, sleep, ride a wee bit further, sleep, and then come home. Because why the hell not? Exactly. I actually thought of that when I was eating. So obviously you've seen the place. It's in Dunlow, or just outside it, or wherever. and the place makes it's so warm inside. The staff are so good. I'm literally just going to go down with the girlfriend, spend about a couple £100 probably, and ride back, but make it like a thing. But it's just getting out there. Like Dunlow itself, it's a lovely place. Even just to sit at the side of the road and just watch the world go by. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm never going to be like these adventure bikers who are doing hundreds of miles and stuff like that there, but I'm going to try and maximize what I have on this bloody island and pump it for all the gold that it's got. Because if I can do that, it means I can collect up more support here. Because at the minute, my support's in England. Most of my support is in England, and it's strange. But with TikTok, my support is here. So, but as I said, that video is happening to Scotland. I'll be going to Wales. I'll be going to Donington at least 2 or 3 times. Northwest, I'm trying to get involved with that. I'm involved with the motorbike show this year, or sorry, in February next year. Oh, I've gone from being idle for 2 odd years to being busy, and I'm not even talking like manageable busy. Flat out. Plus, I want to test ride bikes again, but Northern Ireland is just not the place to be test riding bikes, because there's a lot of people doing it and a lot of people are writing bikes off, and I need access to bikes that are out there and then, not having to wait until it comes to the dealers. But happening, mate, how are you? Highest things, welcome. Again, as I say, if you have any questions, fire them in the chat. We'll give us something to talk about. But it's one of those things. We're just here for. Well, I'm personally here just to have fun. I mean, when I first started YouTube, it was literally like going to England and staying in a stranger's house. Like met people off Twitter. 2 days later, I was in their house. They could have been a murderer, but they were great people. And then we drove down with them because they were going to the same event, and everybody there was great and they were welcoming. So, plus, winter is like my time. Nearly everybody isn't videoing, and if they are, it's all recycled from summer. So I can get, well, I was going to say hell of viewers, but I'll probably not. But I can just start piling in the videos, and everybody has to watch them. There is one bike that I want to try, and I've seen it at the bike show, and it's the what was it? The Kawasaki, the new ER6 or E6R or whatever it was. It's a hybrid, like a hybrid motorcycle. It had a petrol engine and some sort of hybrid get up in it too. I want to try it, so I do. Yeah. I will second that. Never really. I only ever watched YouTube for stupid videos and sciencey stuff and engineering stuff, and I have got a wild interest in heavy engineering. So like say ferries and building boats and all that sort of stuff. When I started uploading, obviously I went to do the motorcycle stuff, because the motorcycle stuff is what I'm good at. I like motorbikes. I give people honest opinions about motorbikes, and the amount of people that I've met, even people who walk past you in the street and shout donkey, and you're like, oh, here, what's going on? It's disorientating, but I love it. I love the interaction that it gets. People will come up and tell me that they agree with something that I said in 12 videos ago. And it's especially when you start getting ones from your own area. So Northern Ireland and stuff. It gets more personal to put the effort into a video. Like, I know if I done a test ride video and someone go like a month later, someone watched it and goes, I bought that bike because of you. My next test ride will be like proper, like trying to get the facts and trying to get my opinion in. But no, YouTube, all social media platforms are really weird how they work. I have met people who have become lifelong friends who I will have at my wedding just because. And they're dead on. I actually communicate with most of them through videos on here. And it is one of those things. You just gotta enjoy it. You will meet people who just absolutely take the proverbial, but they're very few and far between. So they are like, I think I have a banned list of like 10 people, and they're just writing scummy things. That's all we're doing. Just writing scummy things on all the platforms. And I mean, it does not bother me in the slightest. We got 5 people now. Hell, we're kicking on gas. But as I say, if anybody's ever interested in doing motovlogging, even like get on a bike and go. If you've got a bike and you got a camera, just put your footage on. I mean, I know a lot of guys just ride for 40 minutes and upload the video. You just have to do it. Like, what some people will notice is I am not great getting in front of the camera. Like, this is hard on me. So having the helmet camera takes that away. And I do try to push myself to get in front of the camera, but sometimes it's just not for me. And it's not for everybody. But don't be bankrupting yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. Don't bankrupt yourself and trying to get big views and all that there. Just grind. There's no point becoming fucking 100k subscriber channel and you still don't know how to do simple edits. It's just one of those things. As for the shorts as well, the shorts get big views. A lot of people do shorts, but a lot of people's channels who do like long form videos once a month, but they absolutely saturate your feed with shorts. Do one every couple of days. You might do 20 videos if you're out on a track or a walk or a hike, or we're out on your bike. You'll do 20 odd shorts, 30 odd shorts, and put 2 up a week. Instant content. Like, any live streams that I'll ever be on with other people, I'll clip it, stick it up on my channel. It's getting it right is the problem. And don't be a beg. People who beg is just yes, mate. I seen you. I don't know. I got lost. So just the amount of bikes today, just lose my head. I think my girlfriend Lisa, she was actually paying more attention to where the bikes were than what I was. Hello. But no, I just want to, if anybody's ever just filming something, there's no point filming it and deleting it. Put it to use somewhere. Or do me, just go into TikTok and just rant and rave at people. Because there is a market for that. Just gotta check everything again. Yes, that last bit was, but I think what had happened there was the main bulk of people had left for the end of the run, and I was part of the drips and the drabs, and everybody has their. I mean, the police buggered off before I got to the first junction at Custom House Square, and there may or may not have been a certain color of light missed once or twice to get up there, but it was good. Great question. I am playing War Thunder on PC. I'm a PC person. Consoles are below me. No, built my PC from scratch. It is 4 years old at the minute. I'm playing War Thunder. I'm about 400 hours in. So I was actually playing just before this, and I was actually thinking about live streaming while I was playing that, but my computer can't live stream the game. So yeah, I only really play War Thunder, Call of Duty. No, not Call of Duty. Counter Strike, Half Life, Doom, the first couple, but just bits and pieces. I'm not a big. I used to be a big gamer, but I just play for pleasure now. But as I was saying about the run, I just 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 about made it. I think a load of people had left, so I think that's why that bit at the end happened. But I mean, the most important part was Marshall, which I, that's what you need. There was a certain run last year in appreciation for a certain NHS, and I mean the marshals weren't marshalling, and there was so many things that I had seen on that run, and it was just like, why? Why is that a thing? I mean, on that run itself, there was a learner rider trying to get across the junction, and his car near had her. If it wasn't for a GS that decided that the marshal rode on, and if it wasn't for a BMW GS, she would have got hit. Like, getting started with PC builds is hard. If anybody ever tells you that they're not, they're lying. I think at one point, I haven't even put a price on my PC, but to the point where it was built was 3,000, three, half, 4, all in so far. To get it back up to be able to play the AAA titles, it's going to be another 2 or 3 grand to rip the guts out and just go brand new again. But I've built my computer in a way that I can add to it and chip and put fast bits in and keep the slower bit. And then I go through hard drives left, right, and center because of this YouTube game. So I generally just don't play big games because they take up a hell of a lot of space. A few questions in here. Jesus, guys. Right. There is a bit of a delay because I'm watching them come in on YouTube and then they're coming up on Stream Farm, so bear with me. Updating software all the time. No. I rarely update software. Rarely. It's only if my graphics card needs it, I'll do it. What else we've got? We've got Gremlin 22, where did the name XT Donkey come from? Does it have a particular origin or meaning? Just interested in how you came up with it. Oh, sorry. Started working in chain reaction cycles loads of years ago, and my supervisor and manager at the time walked in, had this scruff going, turned around and goes, "Hi, you look like Donkey from Shrek." Stuck. That stuck from that point onwards. The name Donkey just stuck. The name XT Donkey came from, I rode an XT125X, and then when I passed my test, I went from an XT125X to an XT660X. So when I created the YouTube was obviously when I had the 660. So I just put it down as the XT Donkey because that's what it was. The bike is still alive, I want to say, in some way, shape, or form out in the world of Northern Ireland, because it keeps coming up on Facebook, and the person has not, whoever tries to sell it, has not removed my logo off the bike. So it keeps popping up every now and again, and I keep having to explain to the person who's trying to sell it why I keep getting tagged in it. So yeah, the name XT Donkey stuck. There's no point rebranding every time. I do plan on having, spoilers, I do plan on having another XT660X at some point in the next couple of years. There's some life events that have to happen before I can have another bike, but I want to get it as a project bike, and I want to build it, and then it means I can get to keep the name. But no, it's always stuck. It has always stuck. Most people just call me Donkey. If you ever see me in public, just call me Donkey. I will answer to it quicker than I answer to my name. I miss it too. I really do. The whole loud pipes, oh, absolutely brilliant. I would love to stick a pipe on the Tracer, but I don't want to. It just doesn't feel right. But if I had an XT, I would do the Power Commander, the pipes, the race cams. I would go proper into it, and make it a proper like weekend bike. But as it stands, my XT is out in the world. If you see it, take a picture of it, because I would like to know if it's still working. Because what happens is when I get tagged in the post and I explain to the person that was my bike, and they're like, "Oh, it was a great bike. It's all working." And it's like, so did you get rid of, and then list every single problem that it had when I had it? They'll look at me and go, "Oh, blocked." So I don't know whether it's being sold under the guise that it's fixed, or it's been fixed. I'm not gonna like want it back if someone has bought it, and I just want to know if it works, and if it does work, I want to have a go. My friend Moto Tingle in England, he literally says, "Right, come on, we'll buy it and we'll both do it up." And it's like, I wish if I could get the money to buy that bike, it would be in a purpose built like gazebo type thing out my backyard in bits, and I would do everything on it like a build series for YouTube, just because I don't know how to do that stuff. So having a bike that I had for 8 or 9 years, and I know most of the bike in and out, would be great. And then I also get to cut my teeth doing the mechanical stuff, because I knew most of the problems with the XT, high mileage XT. So it's just something I want to do. Either that or become YouTube famous, buy a big warehouse, and then just go around buying all the XTs and wait until they get more in value, and then sell them back. But I'll do like custom livery on it. But yes, it is definitely free advertising. You can't knock free advertising. But it's definitely one of those bikes. I want another one. Also, if I had the money, I would buy the XTZ 1200 because that bike is my dream. I want that bike. Everybody wants one. They do a couple of things really well. Noise, brute fucking strength, and they are a kind of do-it-all bike. People say they're not, but they are. The only thing is, it's like an asthmatic on the motorway. It will go a good speed on the motorway, but then you have to suffer with it trying to catch its breath again. I think my XT had, what was it? DNA stage 1 and stage 2 filters. It had Power Commander. It had the Beowulf pipes. Oh, it was just, I just neglected that bike until it died. Yes, wheelies as well. I can verify that wheelies on that thing would absolutely scare the Jesus out of you, because I wheelied it the first time I got it and nearly fell off. I did a couple of wheelies on it, and I'm not a big wheelie person, to be honest, but they were impressed. They were, whoa, yeah, that's high. But like, I think it was like 7 years in, the head burn went, and I don't know what these things feel like. The first big bike that I've had, I didn't know the head burn could go, and I was riding to work, and I pulled the brakes on the XT, and I big front disc, pulled the brakes, and went to turn left, and the handlebar wouldn't move. It was like stuck. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Well, it turned out, with me using the bike to bump up curbs and do the odd wheelie now and again and thump things that shouldn't have been thumped, the head burn had broke inside. So every time I pulled the brakes, it was locking itself straight. So you couldn't turn left. You could turn right, but you couldn't turn left. And it made a few trips to work very interesting. So it did, but no, wholeheartedly would have another one of those if I could have it. See if I can find it. Where did it go? See all photos. See if I can drag it in here, because it was a bike. It's definitely a weekend bike. I am not one for admitting it, but it was definitely a weekend bike. So where have we got it? Where is it? Come here. Come on. It's even strange to say I've had the Tracer for nearly 2 odd years. It's nearly going on 3 years, because my loan's nearly over. Mr. Cowtipper, whoa. Yes. After I got the head burn changed on it, it was like, whoa, this is butter. Can I remember how much it was? I think for me to get the head burns done was like 250 quid all in, maybe slightly more. It wasn't too much, but obviously a V-Strom is a hell of a lot heavier than a 660. I literally am like tracing back through my pictures here just to see if there's there. See if I can drop it in here. What's that? Why does it do that? So do you go to share? Go to this one. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, I find it. I'm gonna find it here. Share screen. Right. So I want to share that. So This this was my XT. Absolutely, absolute and utter weapon of a bike. I put the best of chains on it, the best of tires on it, and that was about it. Mine was about 600. Obviously, you got yours lumped in with your service. I didn't realize I had got mine serviced, and then it was like a few months later it went. But as you can see, like I had the pipes, I had you can't actually it's not actually in this picture, but I had the DNA filter on the side here. It was just it was a nice bike. I can't figure out how to do this. Like I mean that was it grotty. It was I like this bike was treated like not definitely not a member of the family, but it absolutely killed it. And again, as you can probably see here, where is it? So this here was the DNA filter. I had a set of throwover bags for it. I didn't know you could get friggin' hard case bags for this thing. But like I absolutely loved that bike. That bike did everything I threw at it. This was a picture from the CCM factory in Bolton. I rode over on a whim, like at 2 days' notice, and I rode over to the CCM factory on that bike and got a puncher on that bike coming home. So it was a do you doll bike. Cannot knock that bike for no reason. As you say, mate, it vibrated. I mean, I'm still young, probably don't have the hand strength like it, but it did vibrate. It was brutal. It was definitely a brutal bike. You are spoiled when you go to shaft driven bikes. I've heard many, 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 many people say that they'll never go back, and I've yet to experience it. When I got the Tracer to me was buttery smooth. I was like, "Whoa, this is strange." But then that was because it was doing like the silly miles doing adjustment on the chain. I get like 1,000 miles before the chain needs even adjusted. It's like on the XT, it was like every week it needed adjusted because the thing was like pulling it like a rubber band. But no, definitely they were a bike, and I will have one again. So I will. They're absolutely brilliant bikes. And it's also weird because an XT passes me when I'm going into Belfast. It's normally coming out of Belfast, and absolutely hooning it down the road, and the hairs in the back of my neck stand on end. So it does. I would love that. I would love that bike back again. Probably not the one I get rid of because all the problems with it, but I'm a wee bit more sensible with my money nowadays. As I keep telling people that the XT that I had nearly bankrupted me. What's that? Bikes, yes. I'd never forget my first bike because it caused me absolute anxiety. It was a Sayamoto Geeko 125. I had it for 6 weeks. During that 6 weeks, it went through 5 batteries, 2, 4, 6, 8 sets of headlights, 10, 15 tail lights. What else? Oh, it sheared off a bolt off the manifold and nearly blinded one of my friends. It was an absolute nightmare of a bike, but it was my first bike, and I remember that thing like it was yesterday. Yeah, I used to be that guy. I used to go to the Abbey Centre that's local to me, and I used to just go in the car park and brap all the way around that car park and then leave and set off car alarms. That would be great. The only problem is I don't feel like the 700 engine is. It needs a single. You buy a single cylinder supermoto because of the sound. You know, you buy it for the sound. Yes, the 700 is a brappy little engine, but it doesn't have the same sound. There were also rumored to be a Tracer 1000. So there was meant to be a T9. I wish they would just make the bikes. Stop rumoring them. Just make them. Everybody can picture it. Oh, it was an experience. You see, this is the thing. Like I know people. Everybody gives Chinese bikes a bad rap, but I had problems with mine. My mate didn't have any problems with his. Yours went in fire. I mean, I used to call them the Taliban bikes because you'd always see them on them and they would never fail. But then they had to basically re-engineer it to make it work. But no, if push came to shove and I had like an accident or something, I would have to go back and I would have to go Chinese bike for at least a few months. But I couldn't go. I couldn't do it. So I couldn't. It is one of those things. I mean, people give people grief for having one, but at the end of the day, they're on 2 wheels. They may not be able to afford a brand new named brand bike, but they're great for getting on the road. For the 6 months that they're probably going to ride it, it's great if it works. The police replied to my comment. But no, definitely could never go back to a Chinese bike. But I want to try these electric bikes. That's the thing that I want to try now. I'm interested. I'm not going to buy one. I'm interested to see what they're like. Plus, I'm sick of watching YouTubers who don't know anything about bikes test ride bikes and tell me how good the electric bikes are. So just I've just so much stuff I want to do. See, I've heard Zero is stupidly funny or stupidly fun, but there's a new one, Energica, and it looks like a Ducati, and apparently it's fast, and I want to try it, but obviously there's a big fucking obstacle in between me and trying them. Exactly. Everybody has weird experiences with Chinese bikes. Mine just did not want to work, and yours did. It's so weird. I know people who ride them as a winter bike, and they just last. So it is bizarre to me, Phil. I know it is just weird. I think they are. Yes. It was weird. I sat on one and I was like, "Ooh, it feels weird." But then, to me, I don't like the way they hide where the engine should be with stupid big plastic shaped like an engine. You know, it's like vegans. If it's not meat, don't say it. You know, can't believe it's not chicken. Well, no, we can believe it's not chicken. That's why I'm interested in the Kawasaki, because it's a hybrid. It has an engine and an electrical motor, but I can almost guarantee that it's not going to come to Northern Ireland. And if it does, it's going to be hidden away, and everybody's just not going to see it, or they're going to hate it. And, it's just weird. I think over here they don't have. I think the only ones they have over here is this. I can't even remember the brand, but they're all mostly scooters. I can get the market they're after, but it's just weird for me. It's just I don't know. Oh, it went over. I would like to ride an electric bike. All for EVs, but don't think going electric solves anything. Yes, 100%. The problem with EVs at the start was they're going to cost the moon. And a lot of people see them as a way of being environmentally friendly. But what people need to also understand is to be able to charge them, it needs electric, and to be able to get electric, you need to have nuclear, wind, tidal. You need to have all the electric sources and generate the electric. So it's kind of weird when people start shouting about, "Oh, you're making more coal-fired electric stations." Is like because we need them because you're all driving electric stuff. Hey mate, had fun today. Glad I met you in person. Yeah, glad I met you. As I said, I'll say it all the time. I'm one of these ones that's approachable. It does throw me now and again when people come up and say hello or thing, and I do have that sort of stunned look on my face because I'm not used to it. But no, it was great meeting you. It is just overwhelming actually today. There was actually quite a few people that I didn't really know that did it, but oh jeez, but it was bloody cold. That's all I know. Sometimes I wonder, does my girlfriend actually realize what is happening sometimes? Because a lot of the time when someone comes up and says, "All right, donkey," or introduces themselves and I'm talking to them, and they walk away, her first initial reaction is to go, "Do you know them?" And it's like, no. Where I'm talking to the person, I'm actively trying to figure out who they are. Have I had contact with them recently, and stuff like that. So apologies if I give you that look of, oh, right, okay. But it's always good to meet people. Just checking everything on the socials again. Oh, there's gonna be some old boy holding out with fucking every two-stroke motor under the sun, and where they are will probably be a stream of people behind them smelling it. I think if it was balanced, it would be grand. But you'll get your petrol heads who don't want it, and then you'll get your EV nuts who want it. It's just, unfortunately for everybody, we have to live on the same planet. Well, if you do that, I'm in Lisburn working 8, half 8 to 4. I need mine washed. Yeah, no, I'll be hitting mine with the thing tomorrow. The what you call it, power hose. I'm gonna be getting blasted with a power hose tomorrow and another scrub down. I think my wheels still have like a collection of like sludge on the bot where the bike has stopped. The sludge has just rolled down onto the wheels. So I'm kind of like, I need to watch this, but I can't be bothered. But I have got my MB14. I've got it ready. I just need to get time to get it done. Just couldn't. I just can't be bothered. I really can't. See, so I agree, Simon. This is the thing. I should actually be using ACF 50 for what I do, but the problem is if you don't wash your bike properly in the first place, ACF 50 will just stick it to the bike even more, and then makes it harder to fucking clean. You're not the first person that said it's too cold. I was out yesterday doing it, and the neighbour literally shouted across the road, "Do you not think it's too cold to be doing that?" It's like, it needs done. I put adjusting and cleaning my chain off because it is too cold. Because you get your mitts stuck in there, and then you get cuts and end up with greasy cuts. But I get used to it. I know how to sneak it because my mum's garden is covered over. So I'll take the bike up to my mum's, put it under her shelter, and do it there where you don't get rained on. Either that or you just hire someone to do it. Yeah, I know there's a lot of businesses out there, Simon, who actively promote washing your bike. Well, not actively promote. They come out and wash it and apply it. But I just it would be scary for me. I would ideally what I try to do is get the bike validated before winter. So then it means keeping it clean isn't as hard. But by me having to go out every couple of weeks and clean the bike, it actively makes me check the bike over, make sure everything's okay, make sure nothing has broke. Because I have fell foul of that a few times where I've just ignored the bike and something's broke. Can't tell what it is. So it's in my head to keep doing it, because then it processes me to keep checking it and keep checking the running gear and keep checking the tires. Now every time I hear a doink on my tire, I think something went through it because I've no tire sealant in. So I'm constantly checking my tire when I come home from a run and stuff. So it's on my list of needed checks. So true, but I do. I did. He was a great guy, and he absolutely done a bang tidy job. And the market just wasn't there for him to keep doing it, so he moved on and started doing other things. And he wasn't expensive. What I find now is it's fucking expensive to get it done, and it's for mainly people who put their bikes in their living room. But my mum has also tried to pay someone to walk the dog, but the dog didn't like it. But no, I generally try to do it as much as I possibly can. But sometimes this monkey just does not have the capabilities. Yes, tire sealant, as in the white milky stuff, not slime, not the one that most people use. It was like 3 years ago when I got the tracer, I got it put in when I got a new set of tires put on, and basically it was like a tenner for the tire sealant back and front, a tenner extra. So I got it, and lucky enough, I think it was like coming to the end of the life of those tires, the ones with the sealant in it. I got a like I must have rolled over someone's toolkit because I got like U bends, U bend nails in it. I've got screws in it, and I seen them, and I just pulled them out. And it wasn't until I realized I sort of just rolled the tire so the holes were at the bottom, and the tire was still good for I think it was another 3 months, 3-4 months until I got into the spring to get a new set. But a lot of tire fitters do not like the stuff because if you don't warn them about it, it gets awfully messy. And I've had a few tire fitters look like they've been paintballed by something, and then you realize I forgot to tell them that I had it in it, and then subsequently had to go somewhere else the next time I needed tires. So anytime now that I get my tires done, I don't have any in now because they're new tires, but I do tend to tell them that there's tire sealant in it, or take it to somewhere who cautiously opens them. It was more the reason I put tire sealant in was more for the long haul rides. After coming back from the CCM factory, I got a front tire puncher for a random reason, and yeah, these ones had tubes in them, and I was coming home. I was like halfway between Holyhead, or I was halfway out of Bolton towards Manchester and going to Holyhead. My boat was in like 3 hours, and I got a snake bite on the inner tube, and it just wouldn't hold water or wouldn't hold air, and I literally had to baby that thing with like 2 or 3 tins of tire sealant or tire weld to get it home, to get it fitted. And when I got it fitted, the guy's like, "Oh, I can't see anything," so he just changed the inner tube. I was like, "Why did the bother?" It does happen. I know it does happen. Like, I just get really unlucky at times. I have friends that run tired mooses, so I do, and I did want to run a tire moose in the XT, but I was advised not to. Let's just say I was advised not to. They're great, but they're nowhere great for the purpose that I was wanting to use them. Right. It has been exactly 1 hour and 26 minutes. I know as I am saying this, there is a slight delay, so I will quickly answer whatever comes through. Thank you very much to everybody who has joined in, who has came in and asked a question, had a chat. Absolutely brilliant. I appreciate it. I really do. Mate, you might have an issue getting Avons. If you even decided you wanted Avons again, because I think the Avon factory's closing. Never had Avons, never want them. So, yeah. But on that note, I hope you all have a great weekend, or had a great weekend. I hope you all have a great week. I will see you possibly a couple of days. Nobody ever knows I'm on. I don't announce it most of the time. It'd probably be a couple of days after the New Year's. I'll do the December one because Christmas. I hope you all have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. And if it does get icy and you're still biking, just be safe. It's not hard. It's your wrist that controls everything. As always, like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. We're getting there. The videos are coming out this week for the bike show. They're starting. I will catch you all later. And see you later.